Saturday's May 23rd fight from the pyramids of Giza in Giza, Egypt saw Jack Catterall readily establish himself as a welterweight in his victory over Giyasov. It was a battle between two young welterweights that promised a decent, if not great, fight. And look what we got. This Pyramids of Egypt fight card that was put together by Editorial was not only another one of those crossover events, but an opportunity for fighters who showed up for this fight card to establish themselves before the international and global audience. And that's exactly what happened when we had the opportunity to see Jack Catterall take on Giyasov. Now, Giyasov had come into this fight with his record of 17 wins, no losses, and 10 KOs. And Jack had come in with a record of 32 wins, 2 losses, and 14 KOs. But by the night's end, not only did Giyasov have suffered his first defeat, but Catterall has established himself as a legitimate welterweight, having toiled in the junior welterweight division for most of his career. He established the tempo, coming out early and setting the pace, taking the fight immediately to Giyasov, who I do believe may have been taken aback by that just a bit, but not because Giyasov wasn't prepared, but because it's not something that Jack was known to do on a continuous or regular basis. He's usually a defensive fighter fighting off of the back foot. But by doing what he did, he established early on that there was no head movement from Giyasov, who ate all of Jack's straight punches straight down the pipe. And Giyasov never got that head off of center line and never made the adjustments so that he could try to get into a proper rhythm in this fight. Another aspect of it is Giyasov was the perceived puncher coming in. Both fighters are 32 years of age, but Jack stood his ground, and I do believe that came from the past year or so where he studied in Philly under Bozy Ennis and trained in that gym where he had quality sparring and worked against the likes of Jerome Boots Ennis. So in establishing himself against Giyasov in this manner, he totally took the play and confidence away from Giyasov. Giyasov never really got off track in this fight. He never got into a rhythm, and Catterall seemed to sense that by doing what he was doing, he needed to continue to stay on top of his opponent, including dropping him toward the end of the first round, creating a divide between the two, separating them from who was going to be established in this match on this night. This fight was for the regular WBA title, and Catterall came out with flying colors. I've always liked Jack Catterall because he reminds me of being a throwback from the 50s and the 40s. Now, the top champion at WBA at welterweight is Rolly Romero. I do believe that Jack would like to go into a fight with Romero, and seeing how he easily handled Giyasov, and it did look easy, though it wasn't easy, Romero would just be slim pickings for the likes of Catterall. And Catterall may have found himself where he needs to be in his career. The welterweight division is a place for him to make his home, and fighters like him with the proper attitude like he brings to the ring and preparation means that he'll always be in a fight and have consideration. But what do you think? This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you'd like to see next from Jack Catterall. And do you think that Shakram Giyasov can turn things around and come back and remain a contender? Leave comments and let's discuss. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone remain safe.